7:37 at the Big 550 KTRS. Paul Harris filling in for McGraw, who will be back in 2015. While he's gone, I get to spend time with Kathy Helbig from the Kathy Helbig Group, one of the top realtors in our area. Good morning, Kathy.
Hi, Paul. How are you?
Good. Nice holidays?
It's been great. How about yours?
Nice and quiet.
Yes.
Which is the way I
Mine too.
like it. Yeah.
Us too.
So before we talk about what's coming up in 2015, are we in kind of a dead time here?
We're actually not. When I say we've been quiet, I mean home personally, but business has been really good. So we've had just people putting their houses on the market still, even during the holidays. We've had buyers that are taking advantage of the interest rates and jumping on, giving contracts to the people that just put their house on the market. So we're going to be crazy in 2015, I think.
Cool. All right. So what do you see in the new year? Any trends already on the horizon?
There's some trend changes. So if you're thinking of new construction or you're looking at remodeling or even just some simple redecorating, some trends for 2015 are kind of fun to talk about. So just on the simple end, if you're looking at redecorating, we're looking at some trends in paint tones that are changing. The new it color this year is supposed to be Marsala.
All right. I have to admit, I am an idiot when it comes to color.
Yeah.
If it's not red, green, blue,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
what is Marsala?
Marsala is kind of that brownish burgundy. There can be some pink tones to it.
Like chicken Marsala, that color?
Yeah, think
if
about it that way.
If you put things in food terms,
there
I can
you go.
relate.
Yeah. So that supposedly is the it color. There's also some corals and things like that are being talked about. And then again, some kind of still neutral tones, but a little spicier, so more mochas instead of just the blah tans, some blues, things like that. Also, gallery.
Now, when you talk about that, you're talking about people redecorating their home.
Yeah, painting, that type of thing. And, and then right now, copper is kind of the big thing that's coming back in. So we got rid of brass, and then brass started making a little bit of a comeback. But copper seems to be the hot color this year for some lighting fixtures and accent pieces. Floating floating shelves. So instead of just ordinary bookcases, you're installing floating shelves and that type of
What are floating shelves?
Just the shelf that has no brackets. It just, you can design them differently on the wall. You can use them for closets, but it's more of a designer piece than anything.
Okay.
And then hidden storage is a big thing too. Under the stairs that pull out, window seats that open. That's a big thing right now. On new construction and remodeling, open rooms. That's huge. Everybody gathers in the kitchen, so they're just starting to do away with more and more walls, and it just be real big open spaces.
Okay, now I have to ask you about that trend. This one seems to be guy-driven. A lot of design and decorating seems to be women-driven.
Right.
This one seems to be guys.
Right.
And here's what I'm thinking. We want to be able to see the TV from everywhere.
Absolutely.
Get the walls out of the way. I want to be able to see it from the kitchen. I want to be able to see it from the dining room. I want to see it from the living room.
You should be a happy man. That's making a comeback right now. Big open rooms. But not so much the huge kitchens anymore. We're kind of getting away from the McMansions a little bit and getting back down to normal scale. So open kitchens, but not quite the ones that required a whole staff just to get around in it. Freestanding bathtubs, that's kind of a big thing right now.
Driven by the Cialis commercials.
That must be it.
Although why two people would haul two freestanding bathtubs to the top of a hill and
crazy?
how they did it, I have no idea.
It must be working though.
You're not going to, I don't care what pill you take, you're not going to have the energy for anything after that.
Right, that's right. The other big things are changes in granite. We're not seeing as much granite, or we're seeing more matte granites put in. Marbles, things like that. Quartzite, that's a new stone that people are going to. More fireplaces, fire pits, that's big in new construction. And kitchens, white is back, believe it or not. So all different shades of white.
For cabinets?
Yeah, cabinets, walls, tile backsplashes. That's all coming back. And then more in the distressed and different tones of white. And then as a secondary, black is actually back too. So black cabinets, some black walls, that type of thing in new construction. So other than that, we're seeing just a lot of people coming out and looking for changes, and the market is hot. And
are those things that you just mentioned, are people looking for them in homes that they're buying now,
that's what they're
or
choosing,
homes they're building?
That's what they're choosing when they're building. So if you're looking at remodeling your house, you want to look at what today's trends are so that you're in line with kind of your decade when you go to put your house back
Yeah,
on the
because
market.
I'd be
you're
afraid
in
if I
line.
redecorated with any of that stuff now, a year from now, you'll be back on McGraw Live in the morning. You'll say, you didn't go black or white, did you? It's blue and
Yeah,
cinnamon
but you
this
and
year.
every other house that was built this year will be in the same boat, you see?
Oh, that's true.
And paneling, that's coming back too, believe it or not. And wallpaper. Wallpaper's back. I know.
I knew my
Men hate
childhood would return
wallpaper.
eventually. All I had to do was live to see it. Kathy Helbig from the Kathy Helbig Group. 314-276-SOLD is her phone number. Have a very happy new year.
Thank you, you too.
Always a pleasure to see you. 7:43 at the Big 550.